Keeping the same hairstyle for too long can actually make you look older faster. Many women believe the secret to staying young is to hold on to the cut they've had for decades. But the truth is, after 50, your hair changes its texture, its volume, even the way it frames your face, and your style should evolve with it. This isn't about chasing trends or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about discovering a look that celebrates the woman you are today. The right cut can lift your features, refresh your style, and bring back that spark you thought had faded. In this video, I'll share not only hairstyles that flatter women in this beautiful stage of life, but also how the right cut can highlight your best features, update your look, and reignite that natural radiance. I'll also give you simple hair care habits that can make any style shine. If you enjoy conversations about style, beauty, and confidence after 50, be sure to subscribe to Chic Over 50 so you never miss our next inspiration. Now, let's begin with a style that's soft, elegant, and timeless, the kind of cut that quietly turns heads. Color 1. Soft layered bob, gentle frame of elegance. There's a certain magic in a haircut that doesn't just change how you look, but how you carry yourself. The soft layered bob is one of those rare styles, timeless, flattering, and quietly confident. I remember a woman I work with named Diane. She came to see me not long after her daughter's wedding, saying she felt like her reflection had lost some of the spark she used to know. Diane had always worn her hair long and heavy, but over the years, it began to pull her features downward. We decided to try a soft layered bob. The moment she looked in the mirror, her whole expression shifted. She laughed, brushed her hair back, and said, "This feels like me again." Have you ever had that moment when one small change brings back a part of yourself you thought was gone? The beauty of the soft layered bob lies in its subtlety. It isn't stiff or boxy. It falls right at the chin or just brushes the shoulders, depending on what best flatters your face. For an oval face, just below the chin creates elegance. For a rounder face, a slightly longer length helps elongate your profile. And for a square jawline, feathered ends soften and balance the look. The layers are gentle, almost invisible at first glance, but they create movement and volume without adding bulk, perfect for women whose hair has become a bit finer over the years. When you walk or turn your head, the hair catches the light and sways in a way that says, "I'm still vibrant." From a design perspective, this cut is more than just a shape. It's a frame for your best features. If you've noticed a softer jawline or less definition under the chin, the way the layers curve inward can naturally lift the eye upward. And for fine hair, invisible layers near the crown can create lift right where you need it most. They're subtle, but the effect can brighten your whole face. Would you like me to share more little styling secrets like that in the future? Color works beautifully with this style. If you've embraced your silver, the layered bob lets each strand shimmer in the light. Warm brunettes can add caramel or honey-toned highlights for depth. Blondes might choose a slightly deeper root to make the layers stand out and add the look of fullness. Caring for this style is refreshingly simple. A light volumizing spray at the roots, a round brush, and 10 minutes with a blow dryer will give you that soft, airy finish. Even if you prefer to let it air dry, it still holds a casual elegance. Trimming every 6 to 8 weeks keeps the shape fresh. If you struggle with frizz, a drop of argan oil smoothed over the ends will keep them soft without weighing the hair down. The soft layered bob isn't a haircut that shouts for attention. Instead, it's the kind of style that makes people think, "She looks wonderful, what's her secret?" And maybe the best part is how it makes you feel when you see yourself in a mirror or a photo. Confident, lively, and entirely yourself. If this style feels like a gentle reintroduction to your own beauty, the next one takes that feeling and adds a spark of adventure. Let's talk about the pixie. Color 2. Pixie, the bold softness. There's a quiet kind of power in choosing short hair. It's not about rebelling or trying to shock anyone. It's about stepping into a version of yourself that feels lighter, freer, and more confident. I've always believed the pixie cut is a love letter to self-assurance. When you wear it, you're telling the world, "I define my own beauty." I still remember one evening at a small art gallery downtown, a woman in her late 60s walked in wearing a simple black dress, silver hoop earrings, and the most beautifully styled pixie I'd ever seen. Her hair was soft silver, with just enough texture to move when she turned her head. People noticed her, not because she was the loudest in the room, but because she had this undeniable presence. She smiled easily, spoke with warmth, and you could tell she was completely at home in her own skin. Have you ever seen someone like that and thought, I want to feel that way? The modern pixie is nothing like the sharp, boyish versions from decades ago. Today's pixie is softer, more feminine, and far more versatile than most people realize. The top is usually left slightly longer to create gentle height and movement, while the sides are tapered to hug the face without feeling severe. The back can be softly graduated so it blends naturally into your neckline. And the texture, light, touchable, and effortless, never stiff or spiky. One of the reasons I love this cut for women in this season of life is how it draws attention to the best features. When you reveal more of your face, suddenly your cheekbones seem higher, your eyes brighter, and your smile more noticeable. It's like removing a curtain and letting the light in. Many women I work with tell me that their friends start commenting on their eyes or their bone structure, things they hadn't heard compliments on in years. Have you ever thought about what feature you'd love to highlight most? The pixie also gives you an incredible sense of ease. There's less weight on your neck, less time spent under the blow dryer, and less hassle with tangles or frizz. If you live in a warm climate or deal with hot flashes, it can feel like a cool breeze you carry with you all day. And even in colder months, the clean shape means you can slip on a scarf or a turtleneck without your hair bunching or flattening. But here's something important. A pixie cut is like fine tailoring, it needs to be customized. Short hair leaves very little room to hide mistakes. So you want a stylist who understands not just the cut, but how to shape it for you. For fine hair, they might build in invisible layers at the crown for subtle lift. For thick hair, they might soften the weight with feathering techniques so it feels light and moves easily. And if your hair has a bit of natural wave, the right pixie can make that texture your best asset. Color plays a starring role with this style. Because there's less hair, every highlight, lowlight, and tonal shift is more visible. Silver hair can absolutely glow in a pixie. It reflects light beautifully and looks chic with minimal effort. Honey blonde shades add warmth to the face, while deep chestnut tones bring richness and elegance. If you like experimenting, the pixie is also the perfect cut to try a bolder color because it grows out quickly. You can switch things up without long-term commitment. Styling a pixie can be as simple or as playful as your mood, and on relaxed days, a dab of lightweight mousse and a quick finger tousle will give you soft, natural volume. For a polished look, smooth a bit of soft pomade through the top and sweep the bangs to the side. You can even clip one side back with a decorative pin for a touch of sparkle in the evening. Some women I know keep a small travel-size styling cream in their bag, so they can refresh their look in seconds while out and about. There's also something liberating about waking up and not having to spend half an hour getting your hair to behave. The pixie almost encourages you to embrace your natural texture. A little bend here, a soft wave there, it all becomes part of the charm. And isn't it nice when your hair works with you instead of against you? The pixie is for the woman who's ready to lean into her confidence, not hide from it. It's soft enough to feel approachable, but bold enough to make you feel alive. Every time you pass a mirror, it reminds you that style has nothing to do with age. It's about knowing yourself. If the pixie brings a spark of boldness, the next style blends that same confidence with graceful movement. Let's explore the beauty of the long bob, or as many call it, the lob. Color 3. Long bob lob, grace in every strand. There's a certain kind of beauty in a hairstyle that offers the best of both worlds, enough length to style in different ways, yet short enough to feel light, modern, and easy to manage. That's the magic of the long bob, or as many of us call it, the lob. It's a style that moves with you, frames your face with grace, and has that quiet confidence you can't help but notice. The lob sits just above the shoulders or gently brushes the collarbone. This length is intentional. It's long enough to tuck behind your ear, to sweep into a loose updo, or to style with waves for special occasions, yet short enough to avoid the heaviness that can weigh hair down over time. Many women I work with say, the lob feels like a fresh start without the shock of going too short. Have you ever looked for that perfect middle ground between long hair and a shorter cut? The lob might be exactly it. What makes the lob truly timeless is its softness. The ends often curve slightly inward or are styled into gentle waves, giving the hair movement and dimension. Unlike heavy, one-length styles, the lob keeps the eye moving upward, subtly lifting the face. This is especially flattering if your jawline has softened or your features have changed with age. It's not about pretending to be younger, it's about finding a shape that complements you now. For women with fine or thinning hair, the lob is a quiet hero. Because it doesn't require tight ponytails or heavy layering, it's gentler on the strands. A blunt or softly textured edge can give the illusion of fuller hair without product overload. If your hair has developed more texture over the years, perhaps a wave that wasn't there before the lob can embrace it, turning it into part of the style instead of something to fight against. One of my favorite things about the lob is how easily it can be personalized. A center part gives a sleek, balanced look that works beautifully for formal occasions or a minimalist style. A side part, on the other hand, adds instant volume and a touch of drama. Soft, wispy fringe can frame the eyes and gently cover the forehead without hiding your expressions. Which version feels most like you structured and classic? Or a bit more relaxed and romantic? Color plays an important role here too. A bright silver lob can look striking and sophisticated, catching the light with every movement. Golden blonde brings warmth and a sunlit glow to the face, while a rich brunette feels grounded and elegant. Subtle highlights or lowlights can add depth and keep the style from looking flat. The lob's length makes it easy to maintain color, since regrowth lines aren't as noticeable as they are with shorter styles. Maintaining a lob is refreshingly straightforward. I usually recommend trims every 8 to 10 weeks to keep the ends healthy and the shape intentional. Avoid pulling it back too tightly. This can stress the hair and lead to breakage. Instead, opt for loose clips or soft scrunchies when you want it up. And for a little luxury that pays off over time, sleep on a silk pillowcase. It reduces friction, helps prevent tangles, and keeps your hair smooth overnight. The long bob has a kind of quiet strength. It doesn't demand attention, yet it never blends into the background. It's versatile enough for a coffee date, a board meeting, or an evening out. And it always feels like it belongs. You can wear it polished or casual, sleek or tousled, and it will still say the same thing. I know who I am, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. If the lob feels like the perfect blend of ease and elegance, just wait because the right haircut is only half the story. Healthy, well cared for hair is what makes any style truly shine. Next, let's talk about how to keep your hair radiant and strong after 50. Gentle care for radiant hair after 50. The secret to timeless style after 50 isn't just the cut, it's the life and shine in every strand. Healthy, radiant hair gives movement to a bob, a soft glow to a pixie, and that graceful flow to a lob. I've seen it over and over again. When hair is nourished and cared for, every style looks richer, softer, and more alive. After 50, hair often tells a story. Maybe it's finer than it once was. Maybe it's developed a new wave. Or perhaps it's become more delicate in certain areas. None of that takes away from its beauty, it simply means it needs a little more attention. And the best part, caring for your hair doesn't have to be complicated, it just needs to be thoughtful. One of the simplest but most powerful changes you can make is switching to a gentle, sulfate-free shampoo. It cleans without stripping away the natural oils your hair still needs. Those oils are like nature's own conditioner, keeping strands soft and manageable. Pair that shampoo with a lightweight conditioner, focusing on the mid-lengths and ends where dryness is most common. And if you've been washing daily for years, consider spacing it out 2 or 3 times a week is often enough, giving your scalp a chance to replenish its natural moisture. Hair health also begins on the inside. The foods you eat can be just as important as the products on your shelf. Protein builds strength. Omega-3s add shine and support scalp health. And nutrients like iron and biotin help with growth and thickness. Salmon, eggs, leafy greens, nuts, these aren't just good for your body. They're a treat for your hair, too. Have you ever noticed how your hair feels after a few weeks of eating fresh? Well, Whole Foods. If your hair is silver or color-treated, it deserves extra care. Use products designed to protect color and prevent fading. And instead of a full dye every time, think about a gloss treatment. It's a gentler way to refresh tone, add shine, and soften texture without the damage of constant coloring. Heat styling is another place where small habits can make a big difference. Always use a heat protectant before blow drying or styling, and try to let your hair air dry partway before using hot tools. Lower temperatures mean less stress on each strand. And at night, trade your cotton pillowcase for silk or satin. It reduces friction, prevents breakage, and helps your hair look smoother when you wake up. Most importantly, treat your hair with the same care you'd give something truly precious. As I often tell women I work with, treat your hair the way you'd treat your favorite silk scarf, gently, lovingly, and with pride, Because when your hair is cared for, it doesn't just shine, you shine. And there you have it, styles that don't just follow fashion, but truly honor the beauty, personality, and confidence you've earned over the years. Because at this stage in life, it's not about looking like someone else, it's about looking like the very best version of you. Your hair is more than just strands, it's part of your story. With the right cut, the right care, and a touch of your own personality, you can step out every day feeling fresh, radiant, and unmistakably yourself. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these styles speaks to you the most? Have you tried something new recently? Or are you thinking about it now? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if today's video sparked an idea or gave you a little boost of confidence, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Chic Over 50 so we can keep inspiring each other, one beautiful look at a time. Until next time, remember, style has no age limit, and neither does your beauty.